What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul,
And Div.
bringing you the latest on the Amazing Race episodes 9 and 10. Okay, guys, so we're down to the wire here. We're with the final 5 teams. We just had Team Firefighter. The twins just get eliminated last round. After we had both Team Yale and Team Big Brother both U-turned, which was just incredible how they both made it through somehow. They just sang a little louder than everyone else, I guess. You know what I mean?
I do. I was just, hashtag team disappointment just continued to disappoint.
I mean, they were doing well for a good while, so I can't say I was.
Like the previous week.
Yeah, well, the previous 2 weeks, I'd say. I mean, the last couple of legs were really, really impressive, I'd argue.
Whatever. They're out of their misery now.
Well, yeah. I think they were still having fun. All right,
I agree.
Yeah, anyway, so we start off this episode pretty bizarrely. It turns out that Jessica lost her sneakers, so she's with flip-flops, so she goes to like some store to buy sneakers. And all the while she's like, I think she's talking about Lucas and Brittany, how they like U-turn them or whatever, and she's basically like, yeah, I'm not mad about it.
I'm not bad about it, but I'm just gonna bitch about it the entire time and and smile when bad things happen to them.
Yeah, basically. Oh my God, Lucas and Brittany, what a crazy episode. Okay, but anyway, they're going to the Kingdom of Bahrain. I don't have historical knowledge on the Kingdom of Bahrain, so
I do have knowledge on Bahrain.
Do you? Go ahead.
Yes, a lot of stuff happened there in the Marvel universe.
Oh God.
There we go. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
No problem.
Okay, so Lucas and Brittany, they're really happy that they've been doing really well. I believe they got first in the last leg.
I believe they did too.
Yeah, so sad.
Who was it that I think it was you who might have called it last week, where you were like, they're gonna go from first to last in a week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I did, or you did. Patty says, "What up? Can't wait for my friend's debut on TV next week. Wrong directions given out to a team on purpose." Wow.
What a dick.
Well, it's her. It's her friend. So calm down.
No. I think that's hysterical, honestly.
I mean, look. I mean, when you're playing Amazing Race, that stuff can happen sometimes. You gotta be wary.
I'm actually gonna look. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'm really interested, honestly. Okay, so. Yeah, so Lucas and Brittany, they're actually really excited. They're really positive, and then they get to they take their first flight, or I think they take 2 flights, and they land in Dubai.
Yeah, they had to take 2 flights, and then that's what screwed it all up.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but Lucas loses his passport, and you can see like utter despair in his face. I mean. Like this is reality right here. Like we talk about reality television. This is reality right here. Like the just pained look. He's like, I just can't believe that I did that. He says he usually gives it to Brittany and she usually takes care of everything, but not this time. Scylla says, "Hey guys."
Hey,
Scylla, how you doing? Patty says he's going to be on a bike. All right, so we'll take a look at that for next week.
We'll look out for everyone on a bike.
I'm sure it'll pop up if it messed the team up for sure.
Definitely.
So what were your first impressions when Lucas lost his passport? Did you think he was going to get it back?
My first impression was no, he wasn't going to get it back easily, because I feel like that would have happened by now. My first impression was, I bet you they're either going to like totally lose the entire leg, or they're going to find out that this is a non-elimination leg.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, that's what'll happen. Like production will just pull that, but I'm like, if production does that now, it's just gonna be too obvious.
Good point. It's really, really unfortunate. Really.
Plus, everyone's reaction was interesting. Like everyone except for Jess and Cody, well, particularly everyone except for Jessica, seemed to worry about them a little bit. Cody was like, whatever. He didn't seem to really have any face, and Jessica was like trying to she was grinning basically like the whole time.
I mean, Jessica flat out. Yeah, Jessica flat out said karma for, I guess, the U-turn that they pulled on Big Brother last episode, but I don't know.
See, that's the thing that kind of like annoys me with Jess and Cody, and I'm seeing it more so now than Big Brother. It's like They pull the U-turn on somebody else. It's part of the game. They get U-turned. Oh my god, I hate them.
Well, I mean, in their defense, they hated them way before that.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the gnome incidents, just a little fun stuff. All right, so they land in Bahrain, and they well, 4 teams do anyway. Lucas and Brittany have to go to the American embassy and get issued a temporary passport for Lucas. If that had been a NEL, would have sucked for the other team. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rooting for Team Yale or Team Extreme. Well, okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
Everyone's got
I'm
a fair
rooting
shot.
I'm not really rooting for anyone specific at this point. I like everyone left. She said, "I
Same
guess
here.
karma came early." I mean, I think Big Brother would have preferred to just beat him out flat, right? But I'm not sure
They
that would
really
have.
didn't care.
They're the ones that were in last place during that round, technically. Like they got
Yeah,
fourth.
they've been getting lucky. Every round that they've come in last place, they've been getting lucky.
All right, so let's talk about their first challenge, basically. So they have to carry around this wood. I forget. What do you remember the
They
specific
were
name for
they
it?
were they I think they were just like logs, or I don't know.
Yeah,
There might have been there might have been a specific name.
yeah, giant logs. So they went to, it was like some ship area, and they had to carry 300 pounds of like large logs of large blocks of wood over from one area to another. Then they had to wait it all. Oh, timber. Yeah. Thanks, Patty. Or thanks, Silas. Sorry. Yeah, so they had to carry 300 pounds of timber and then have it weighed, and then they get the next clue. Pretty straightforward, I think. Like no one really, although there was some different strategies going around. We had Team
IndyCar decided to carry it, like
yeah,
both of them would just like get a really heavy one and just go that way. And Team Extreme just decided, let's just drag it all the way through. And then Cody decided to go cyborg and just carry one in each arm.
yeah, basically. So we had the drag, we had the together, and we had the caveman.
Cyborg.
I call it the caveman.
I call it the cyborg. That's
A
what Jessica
large.
called it.
That's not a cyborg. That's a cyborg would.
But he has like no personality, or he's supposed to have like no personality.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hiroshi Gav says the season is just below par in terms of editing and drama. Season 29 was so awesome. Thoughts? I mean, there's definitely not a lot of drama this season. Like the teams are getting along pretty well. The only 2 teams that we really see animosity from is Team Big Brother and Team Ocean Rescue, and it's not. It's kind of getting old when we see that kind of when it's just those 2.
Yeah, no, I
That's
mean,
just what I think.
I don't, like literally watching Big Brother and this in the same night. It's like I'd rather the drama just stick to Big Brother, and I like the fact that Amazing Race just focus on the competition. At least the fact that this season's focused on it, so it's not bad.
I don't know. I think part of the fun of watching is the drama, Dave. I mean,
No, I mean, I don't disagree, but it's like again, like I'm literally watching these 2 shows back to back, so that's how I feel.
Sel says, "Why does everyone hate Yale?" I think I can give some clarity here. They seem, and it really comes in the second part of the episode where they both are just like, yeah, we're relatively independent. Yale's biggest ally were the firefighters, and because they worked together on some challenges, they didn't really work with anyone else other than maybe in the beginning of the game. But since then, they haven't really helped any other teams. There was that moment where Team Extreme and Team Big Brother had their members swapped, and Evan wouldn't help out Jessica and Christy. Yeah, and so I'm sure there was some animosity there as well.
Plus,
So
I also feel like it also has to do with like their role a little bit, because they kind of, I feel like the other teams look at them as like that Yale thinks that they're cocky because they've been to Yale and that they're supposed to be the smart team. That's how I kind of see that the other teams view them a little bit. Because like even later in the episode, it's like, hey, I beat Yale in math, or I beat Yale in this, and it's like, oh, just because they're Yale doesn't mean that like they're the best in everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Yale is. Well, I mean, Yale is also saying when they beat someone in like a physical thing. So I guess it's pretty mismatched there.
True, but I'm thinking that that's where the disdain for them comes from the other groups. Plus,
Yeah.
the other teams are also a little bit older too.
Right, right, right. So, I wanna mention that Cody and Jessica got lost on their way to the Timberlog Challenge, so they got there much later than the other teams. Thoughts? They got
Didn't
lost
see
a
that.
lot
I
during
mean,
this
yeah,
leg.
yeah. I mean, well, I feel like that's like the new norm for them now. They're just getting lost in places. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, like, didn't they get out of the Timber Challenge first anyway?
No, they got out
Hmm.
last.
I'm
Al-
sorry. I know there
Al-
was one challenge they got out. No, the Frog Challenge. That's what they got
Alex
out with
and
first.
Alex and Connor and Christy and Jen got out around the same time. They're supposed to go somewhere called the King of Halwa. Interestingly, Alex and Connor got help from a local, and they actually called Christy and Jen over, which I thought was an interesting strategy. You think
Well,
they want to?
they were both looking for the place at first, and he called them over because it just would have been like a dick move to be like, "Hey, you're literally right down the block. I might as well tell you."
It's pretty clear now that Jody can't take Brunchel's place in bringing drama and thrilling gameplay. They're pretty dull on the race. I mean, no one really thought that they were going to bring drama. I mean, drama was brought to them in the Big Brother house. Cody gets lost all the time. LOL. He really does, but
Yeah,
he does own up to it at the very least.
yeah. No,
Love watching Cody milk a camel. I loved watching everyone milk a camel. I also love the different reactions from it.
I
So,
also got like grossed out at the thought of milk afterwards.
well, I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't drink milk.
Oh, yeah.
So Delmond pottery. This had to have been, in my perspective, the most annoying challenge of this race. There was what 10. There was 10 different little trinkets, and there was probably hundreds of pots, and you had to find your 10 matching trinkets in those hundreds of pots. Pretty incredible. Thoughts?
I thought it was. I don't think it's the most annoying thing that I've seen, at least this episode. But well, this double episode. But yeah, no, that just it was so tedious because you could only bring one at a time. You couldn't split it with your partner and be like, "Hey, let's look like separately." It's
Mhm.
just, oh no, you have to find it like this, and you could literally have something as off as like a color or a small little accessory on the piece.
Yeah, it's just so like a little like speck. It's so
I mean, I think
difficult.
if I'm correct, all the teams caught up to each other there, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Scylla says that, and you can only bring one pot at a time, and that's why you had to stay together. So you couldn't look at one end and your teammate look at the other end, like you just said.
That's what made it more ridiculous. If you could split up, it wouldn't be as bad in my opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Though I did have fun watching the guy say like that's a match or that's not. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
It's a match. I like that guy. I mean, like the editors knew that worked. That's why they showed it like 6 times. Like they just knew. They
Oh
probably
hell yeah! It,
probably
it
had
was
like a
just it was like
probably had like
funny and it just added to the montage.
probably had like a test audience or something, and everyone just probably found it amusing. Anyway, so Um, yeah, so I believe Alex and Connor get out of there first, and then Christy and Jen get out right after. Um, Cody and actually, no, Cody and Jess got out first, I think. Yeah, it was Cody and
The matching challenge. Yeah, because
yes,
I knew that they got out of first out of one of the challenges in this leg, so I guess it was that one.
right. Cody and Jess, Alex, Connor, Christy, Jen, and then Yale. I believe Yale was last. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So then everyone gets lost. Trying to find the camel.
Yeah, no, it was just like it was terrible because everyone looked like they got lost for like at least an hour or so.
Silas is indeed confirming that Jody finished the matching first. Thank you, Silas.
Woo!
Woo woo. These are live corrections, folks. All right,
That's
so
why we have a comment section.
yeah, so everyone really got lost trying to find the camels. was pretty frustrating for all the teams. The team that got lost the longest were Team Big Brother, which was
as usual.
Yeah, I mean it's a damn shame, but that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, just is what it is. I mean, all this is going on, and Lucas and Brittany at this point are like on their way to getting a passport or an embassy, or they're still trying to get on a plane at this point.
If producers want longevity for the race, they should proceed from where they left at season 29. Pair up strangers. This will bring up drama, authentic storyline, and good gameplay. I'm going to have to agree with you there. Although I do think they were probably trying to utilize different strategies. So bringing famous people on is always, or semi-famous people is always good for a show.
Yeah, it automatically boosts ratings theoretically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hence Celebrity Big Brother as well. I mean, literally bring in celebrities. Strangers, I do think probably works the best, although it's also the most hectic and chaotic. So it's
There's just like a million pros and cons on that. I could literally do a whole podcast on that concept.
Paul, how many teams are left after this episode? I forgot. There are 4 teams left after this episode. Well, yeah, 4 teams left after this episode.
4 teams left at the end of the double episode.
Well, 4 teams left after this episode, after the first part too.
Okay.
So yeah. Chaos is good TV. I agree. Chaos is good TV. I agree. I do agree. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do next season. Maybe
is this gonna like lead for like a podcast, like an editorialish podcast on like drama versus competition? What's better?
I mean, look, both are very exciting for the viewer. After multiple seasons though of a show, chaos is really what wins out at the end.
Obviously, it's why all these CBS shows keep lasting.
Yeah, exactly.
The concept alone is like it's interesting, but it's like we just want to see the drama in the end. But again, I'm just saying it from personal perspective. Watching Amazing Race after watching Celebrity Big Brother, and the fact that it's like all competition based does not bother me at the least.
Fair enough. All right, so Alex and Connor, first to get out of the milking challenge. Connor was very fun to watch milking that camel. And then the camels were very cute. I would have had fun with that challenge because I like animals. But also the second part of that episode with the elephants, which we'll get to later.
We will.
Yeah. Christy and Jen, I believe, get their second and finish second. Yale third, and then Big Brother fourth. Lucas and Brittany are still in Dubai.
Yeah, so at that point, like they eventually made it over. It was nighttime by the time they were there. They figured they would try, but they were met at the first challenge and told that they lost.
Jay Stewart says 6 teams from America and 5 from UK. That's only because I want to go at the race. I mean, would could. Let's all right, Jay. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Let's call CBS up and see what they say. You probably have to do it in conjunction with like a with a British television station. I mean, with that it could work, but I don't think they would do it.
It's worth noting that this show has like so many different like serialization, like what the hell is the word for it? I guess so many different adaptations or like syndicate, whatever the word is. I'm looking for the wrong word.
You don't have to say anything specific. We know what you mean.
Yeah, you guys know what I mean. Like there's Amazing Race Australia and all that stuff.
I would like to know how much third and second place get for the end of the race. I know first gets $1 million. I'm not sure what second and third place get. I can't imagine third place gets anything. I'm sure second place gets something. I'll look it up.
We will know next week. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We will know next week. Let's leave it for a surprise, or maybe someone says second and third gets peanuts. Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, yeah, it's like $1 million, and I mean, I think Big Brother's like the only show that like someone gets gets like a second place prize. Like even Survivor, no one. It's just the first place prize and that's it.
We get CBS in UK. I know you get I know you get CBS in UK, but I'm saying you can. I'm saying like a British television station might want to do it in like conjunction with it, like their own camera crew and stuff. Maybe I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. I don't know the specifics of their production team at CBS. Okay, so back to the game. Yeah, Alex and Connor, they get first. I'm not missing anything, right?
Alex and Connor first, Christy and Jen second, Lucas, Brittany and Evan. Holy shit, Brittany and Evan.
Not
Wow,
Brittany and Evan. Henry and Evan.
wow, Henry and Evan. I was just too eager to say Brittany and Lucas went out this week because that's where we left off, and I think we could just jump into the second leg, like the second leg of the episode.
Sure, Lucas and Brittany get eliminated. It's unfortunate. They finally get their temporary passport. By the time they get there,
they're still trying to be optimistic. They're like, it wasn't as long as we thought it would be, but look at how he looks in the photo. He clearly looks petrified after everything he did.
Yeah, and Lucas breaks down in tears and was really, really upsetting.
I feel so bad for them, but like, there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. That's how it was. All right, so
I'm just gonna note though, like, just think, like, as unfortunate it is, especially if Lucas, if you're watching, I'm sorry that this is gonna like haunt you for the rest of your life. But
well, maybe they'll bring him back on a season. Who knows?
Maybe.
All right, so let's go to Chiang Mai, Thailand. Hey, I don't know too much about Chiang Mai either, but you know, it is what it is. There was some interesting controversy at like when they were buying tickets for like the plane with Team Yale. Apparently, they were like thinking about maybe getting a different flight. I don't know. I thought that was pretty bizarre. What was your thought? It seemed like the other team.
I thought it was hysterical because it's like you see Team IndyCar and Team Extreme, they just buy their tickets, whatever. So Team Yale walks over and they're like, well, they want to rethink the route, and then Justin Cody, like, they walk away, and then Justin Cody get offered plane tickets, like, yeah, we'll take them, and then Yale's still trying to decide what they want to do.
Yeah.
And Cody just tells him, it's like, I don't get it. Like, why not just go with it? You know, like, you don't really have a choice. Just go with a route.
Yeah, I know. It was very, very weird.
And they all ended up on the same plane anyway.
Yep. Yeah, I know they did, but you know, they just thought it through. I guess I don't know. They have different strategies.
What was most important with that scene is that we learned that's where we learned that Yale was at the bottom in terms of favoritism, and that the Team Extreme, Big Brother, and IndyCar all wanted to verse each other at the end.
Mm-hmm. Because they were all friends or whatever.
They're all friends, but they want to. I believe it was Connor keeps on saying, "I want to beat the best of the best." Like, you know, you got to beat the best to be the best.
I'm looking up Chiang Mai on maps right now. It's north western Thailand. It's interesting. I'm trying to think about what area that is, but
I think it's in northwestern Thailand.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dave. I'm thinking like historically, like with like nations, but anyway, that's irrelevant. So back to the game. So they have to go to like this temple type area. And they have to take this garland off of one of these miniature elephants, and they had to present it to one of the ladies. And a lady couldn't take something more than once, basically, and there was only 4 of them. Cody and Jessica kind of got screwed there. Everyone else found it rather simply. I feel Cody and Jessica took a very, very long time there. They were trying to
trend with them.
Still says they were trying to see if there was a better and faster flight. I mean, yeah, I understand that, but the guy's gonna know.
And not for nothing, they literally asked what's the fastest flight, and the guy gave them the fastest flight, and then they still questioned if that was the fastest flight.
I know, it's just a little bizarre, but you know, I mean, everyone has. I'm sure they weren't thinking about it for too long, like, and they probably had a long time until the flight was actually taking off. So I guess it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Well, whatever little thing they can do to dramatize this episode in a relatively dramaless season.
like we said, the whole point of that team was just basically to say that Yale's at the bottom.
Right, Yale's at the bottom, so they'll probably get U-turned, or maybe not. Who knows? All right,
If there is any more U-turns left.
Yeah, if there is, good point. All right, so they have two choices here. They can catch 20 frogs in a muddy lake or pond or something. No, a rice paddy, something like that. Or
mud.
Yes,
measure an elephant.
Yes, and the last was measuring elephants. Rare elephants that are endangered.
Woohoo.
I don't want Amazing Race the drama. Big Brother is there for that. I'm enjoying the competition. See, we have a
who said that? Thank you for repeating my words.
Silas.
Thank you.
We have a disagreement in the chat between two people who have. I mean, this is what we want, though. We want. This is what CBS has to deal with every season. Do we want drama or do we want competition? I think it's funny. All right, so
that is true.
Evan and Henry were having a pretty rough time measuring this elephant.
Yeah, well, we should also note that wherever we went, and Team IndyCar and Team Big Brother decided to go try to catch the 20 frogs. Team Extreme decided to go catch the 20 frogs, but immediately afterwards, they felt like there wasn't enough frogs for them to catch, or that they couldn't find them too easily. They went to the other detour and decided to go measure the elephants.
Right, and then that whole time it was Henry and Evan were like following Christy and Jen, like their car. Like
no, I think it was the other way around, if I'm correct.
No, Team Yale was following them.
Okay, whichever.
It wasn't.
One was following the other.
Yeah, one was following the other. I'm pretty sure that's how it was.
I could have sworn it was Christy and Jen following Team Yale.
Cody beasted the frog challenge. Let's talk about the frog challenge.
Yes,
there was a lot of it was a steep learning curve. It took a while for all of them to get started. Then Cody just jumped right into it. I'd say when they were about halfway done, that's really when Alex and Connor started to get into it. Jessica was pretty useless during the challenge.
Yeah, she admitted it herself. She was like, I can't do this. I mean, you just had Cody who just literally like started acting like a frog, catching the frogs.
Jessica said on her TV party app that she caught only one and Cody caught 19. That's one more than I thought she caught. So good.
I was gonna say I didn't even know she caught one, unless they're like Cody's just being nice and just agreeing with her. Because I could have sworn literally in the episode she said she caught none in that confessional.
Well,
well, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
All right, so yeah, Cody beats that. At the same time, we have Christy and Jen that are measuring the elephants. I feel like I like the elephant part because they seem like they were having fun with it, and Alex and Connor seemed like they were having fun catching the frogs. Cody was like all business with the frogs, but like everyone's just having fun.
Cody was literally just all for serious face, like getting the frogs, and Jessica's like, "Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing."
Patty says he's had practice being a frog in Big Brother 19. Good point.
That is so true.
Cody.
I'm so mad I forgot about that.
Cody
I literally saw a picture of that the other day.
And he ate frog today too, so wow.
Yeah. He had to be the frog, get the frog, and then eat the frog, yeah.
Baby elephants were so cute. They had to feed them fruits. All right.
And they said bond to form a bond with them.
Sure, that's why. I don't know.
I'm just going with it. It sounds legit.
No. All right. All right. I don't know why I'm laughing. It wasn't that funny.
It was just I don't know. That's what I thought. I'm like, did they say bond? I'm like, oh, they say bond to form a bond.
Okay, so
I'm sure it means like friend in like Taiwanese or whatever.
Taiwanese. Christy
okay,
and
we're just gonna keep going with this. Yeah, keep going.
Christy and Jen. Jesus, Christy and Jen were doing relatively well with the elephants. They got through it really quickly on the first try, and they were done. And they kept on commenting how they beat Yale at math. Yale got it wrong like 3 or 4 times. Silas says, guys, where's your third musketeer? That's what I would like to know.
We don't know anymore. He's alive. We'll tell you that much. He's alive.
He's here when he's here. It's okay. He's not gonna watch this. So then we go to I know.
I don't know. Maybe he's filming another video with Jason again.
That'd be funny. All right, so yeah, Christy and Jen win. The people that got out of the frogs, Cody and Jessica and Alex and Connor, they got to the next challenge rather quickly. This one was the Scorpions and Frog one. Maybe Chris is at McDonald's.
Yeah, he's just there pushing around French fries again.
He's like, none of these people worked at McDonald's before, so Chris is just getting ready for his chance at the Amazing Race.
Yeah, he just went to McDonald's to go push around on like what are those things called? Like
the carts? I don't know.
Yeah, like the little cart thing or whatever it was. Like he knew the technical term from all his experience at McDonald's.
Absolutely. Okay, so Scorpions and Frog. Connor gets in there. He has scorpions on his shirt. Alex is eating them. Then Cody and Jessica get there, and
Same
Cody.
thing. Cody's eating. Jessica's crying.
Jessica's literally like crying at this point. It's kind of funny, although, well, not funny, but amusing.
Oh, it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't have done it if it wasn't supposed to be amusing. So Cody's eating like a monster. Alex is eating really quick too. I was happily surprised.
Connor is just making witty comments the entire time, like, "Good thing Team Chomp isn't here. They would have asked for more."
It's a good thing.
Alex and Connor kept me very entertained this whole episode.
It's a good thing Joey Chestnut ain't here. He would have had 20 scorpions at this point. I love Connor. He's so funny.
He's so freaking funny. It's funny though, because like I think at one part of the episode they were like, "Oh yeah, even if we win the money, like should we like they looked like they were contemplating the need to still room together."
Silas and Patty said that they enjoyed Chris's video with Jason. Yeah, it was good. Chris recently got a cam for his car for when he does Uber, just in case because he wants to capture funny moments in case they ever happen.
The problem is he's probably capturing way too many funny moments just in general and just editing them together for no reason other than the fact that he's just having fun with it.
Right, but the Jason thing, the Jason thing made sense.
The Jason video was freaking great.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw behind the scenes footage, which we can't release to the public because it would be too long of a video. But yeah, it was good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, Alex and Connor finished the Scorpions first and the Frog. Then Cody and Jess right after. Christy and Jen pop in, and then Team Yale. Alex and Connor make it to Phil first. Cody and Jessica follow like within seconds. They win a trip to somewhere I'm not familiar with in the Caribbean.
They're also not familiar with it. They even asked Phil back, "Where is this?"
I'm sure I've made a colony there in one of my EU4 sessions before, but I just can't remember it.
Okay. But what I do find funny is the fact that like Phil's like, "Oh, it's very romantic, so you may want to take somebody else other than each other."
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. I think it would be. I think an Alex and Connor trip there would be very nice.
Well, I mean, they even joked around. Like, I guess I find it funny that they after all this, they're like, maybe we should just stay as roommates.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say that, but they just kind of really heavily hinted at that, like different phrasing for that. But that was great.
They said the races made them closer, which is cool. I'm happy about that.
I would literally. I feel like they should get like their own like little comedy show. I'd watch it probably.
So Phil needs to lay off Connor. I mean, his whole shtick what was that he was living with Alex. I mean, that was his whole shtick. Now his shtick is he's the funniest guy on the show.
I am so like I said,
But
every
but
scene he's in, I'm entertained.
but Phil doesn't know that he's the funniest guy.
Well, Phil knows now, watching the show back, probably.
Yeah.
Or in the editing room. But was it like which one was it? Was it Alex or Connor who jumped off the stage and started dancing with them?
Oh,
Was that
Scylla
Alex at the?
says Connor has moved out. That I think that was Alex. You talked about last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Alex.
Oh wow, so even Alex lightened up. Oh, Connor has moved out. Whoa, is that a spoiler?
I don't think so. I mean, they did win like at least $12,500 each, right?
And I'm sure like on top of that, the stipend checks too probably helped.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Christy and Jen, third place. They've never been below third, as everyone likes to point out, especially Phil. Third and second won't cut it in the next couple of episodes, though. And then Team Yell, last place. Evan had a little trouble with the Scorpions, but she managed to get through it. Yeah, it was interesting. Jen did okay with the Scorpions. She didn't do a
But
bad
Team
job.
Yell
She
seemed
went
the
pretty
most
quick.
calm about it though, from what we saw, I think.
Henry was the most calm about it.
That's why I said Team Yell.
Henry
Well,
was
yeah,
calm.
okay,
Evan wasn't.
Henry was calm.
Henry was
Henry was
calm.
all right. Henry was calm.
Evan had a little trouble.
Christy wasn't too calm either, but she said like she had experience being stung by scorpions in Arizona, so that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, she was just like, I hope I don't get stung. She had like the most rational approach. She's like, yeah, I just hope I don't get stung. It really hurts.
I like everyone's response was just totally different. Connor's like, "Hey, how many jokes can I crack?" Jessica's like, "How many tears can I cry?" Christy, "I don't want to die."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then Henry's just like, "Eat."
Eat. All right, so then Team Yell gets there, and it's a non-elimination round. I feel robbed.
I am not shocked. I feel like that was coming.
Uh,
I probably should have came in the last episode, but whatever.
in your opinion, if Lucas and Brittany didn't lose their passport, would the first part of the challenge have been the would be the non-elimination would the first part of the episode be the non-elimination portion? Because they got there like way late, probably after they were already on their plane to another location.
Honestly, probably so. I mean, production could have said we had it planned this way, but they also could have probably wanted like a double thing with like 4 teams also in general. Well,
Well,
actually, it wouldn't have mattered. You're right. You're right. It wouldn't have mattered because you would have still had the 4 teams because nobody would have got eliminated the first round. I don't know. I feel like they
I
might
feel
have
like
thought about it,
I think it's possible.
but I feel like they might have thought about it, but I feel like it would have looked too rigged to have done it that way.
Can we talk about how Evan talks to Henry? Yeah, she's a little strong.
I'm gonna
Um,
be honest. Like I was watching this and I'm like, I think he should leave her.
well, let's not
I think
jump.
I'm going too far. I'm only going based on what I see on TV. So
Yeah, these are it's an edited television show. You have to remember.
yeah,
I would say Henry just has to be a little more assertive. But it's hard to be assertive when you're dating like a world class debate champion, like
but
the
isn't he
most.
also a world class debate champion?
Yeah, he is.
So it's interesting how 2 world class debate champions are together,
He,
and you rarely ever hear them debate.
well, you
It's mostly just Evan being like making a decision. Henry's like, okay, I'll go with it.
let's not pretend debate is like arguing, but yeah. Cody and Jessica are nicer to each other. Yeah, I mean, like after every leg of the race, you always have Cody and Jessica like saying how much they love and support each other, and how much the race is bringing them even closer. I mean, in a way, Lucas and Brittany have been doing that too. Although Henry and Evan are more like, yeah, we're seen as the underdogs, and we're glad we're doing well, basically.
Yeah, but like in regard to like how she talks to him, like she could definitely be nicer, at least from what we see on TV.
Maybe Henry likes being submissive to Evan. I'm not. I am. There is no speculation there. I am not. We are not going there. But thank you for that visual image.
It's possible. He could also be like, "Oh my god, I think she's so hot, so I'm just gonna stay with her no matter what." That's another possibility.
Jay says, but isn't it judged have to monitor that it has to be predetermined or is classed as fixing for non-elimination rounds? Judged to have monitor that has to be predetermined or is. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. Honestly, that would make sense to me.
What, like non-elimination rounds are predetermined? You mean?
Yeah, I think. I mean, but you have to realize they got there hours later, and don't they? Isn't there like a time gap, like when you start,
I think so,
based
but
on when you finish, and they
but
wouldn't
you know what
have
it is?
finished until like the next day. And at
Even though
that
it's
point, go
no,
ahead.
they wouldn't have finished the next day. But even though it's predetermined, it's still worth noting that like they don't like we don't know it's predetermined. They could shift that around so easily.
Yeah.
But you know what? One of the reasons why I would say it probably is predetermined, at least in this scenario, would be the fact that Henry and Evan have the speed bump next time. So that means that challenge was already made.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point.
So that's probably why. But I mean, again, like these type of shows, like they always have to have contingency plans for everything. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, they have to come up with stuff on the fly sometimes, and it's not always fair. But I mean, I guess it is predetermined.
yeah. Plus, I mean, out of these three shows that we keep covering, Amazing Race, Big Brother, and Survivor, Amazing Race would honestly be the hardest to kind of like just do on the fly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw how that worked out for Lucas and Brittany today.
Yeah, like Big
Like,
Brother, they'll change stuff up like literally like days ahead of time, but that's just because it's a stationary production.
yeah, I mean, they can push the competition back an hour if they ever wanted to.
Yeah,
Like they have that luxury. All right, so we'll call it there. We have our final four teams. We have Team Yale, Team Extreme, Team IndyCar, and Team Big Brother. Who do you think's gonna win, Dave?
yeah.
Finale next week or 2 weeks? Next week?
I no, it's next week.
Okay, cool.
Pretty sure it's next week. Um, yeah, no. Well, what the hell was I gonna say? I don't think it's gonna be Team Big Brother. I feel like they're gonna screw up some. I think it's between IndyCar and Extreme. That's
Yeah,
what I think.
I think Extreme's gonna win.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Extreme?
I'm thinking Extreme.
Maybe. What would it be? I mean, I like all the teams, so I just don't think Team Yale's gonna win. Yeah, Team Yale and Team Big Brother aren't gonna win.
You better do Survivor, of course. Of course, we're gonna be doing Survivor.
We will.
Yeah,
We
that's
already have our cast analysis video.
we
Look at how
have
much
our
look at how much I'm plugging in this episode.
yeah. Check out our cast analysis, which I guess I'll now link in the description, like in 20 minutes.
You could just put it
Uh,
in the chat. Well, yeah, that's true too.
I want to put in the chat.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
It's almost 2 in the morning here on the East Coast. Okay.
it is 2 in the morning. I gotta wake up in like 5 hours. Anyway, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, see you guys at the finale next week. I'm thinking Team Extreme's gonna win. Dave says it's between IndyCar and Extreme. I think those are fair assumptions in my book. If you enjoy the video, enjoy our content, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Dave, you want to do the Patreon thing?
Yeah. So we have Patreon. Please donate. Links in the description. Shout out to Patty, our current biggest supporter financially too. So if you like our stuff, consider supporting us. And if you can't support us, like Paul said, like and subscribe. The subscriptions really do help out a lot.
Exactly. And remember, if you donate $3 a month, we will literally shout your name out at the end of every single video.
That's why we keep shouting out Patty's name every single video.
Well, we also love Patty. So
That's true too.
yeah. So thank you guys for watching. And until, well, probably Friday for Big Brother, but next week for The Amazing Race, if you're only sticking around for that. And 2 weeks for Survivor. I think Survivor starts in 2 weeks. Wow. Crazy.
I know. And I start school.
Until then, peace.